Hello everybody, it's Sarah, and if you're wondering why I've had the same thing on for the last few videos, that's because I'm currently pre-filming, well, not anymore as you're seeing this video obviously, because I am traveling. I'm in France, so I can't film and I had to pre-film. Today I want to do the 25 bookish facts about me tag, and I wasn't tagged by anybody. I'm also not sure who this video is originally from, but if I find the original video, I will link it in the description box down below. And let's get started. First fact about me, I have never consciously given away any books. I have a book hoarding problem, and that's also the reason why half of my books aren't even with me in my flat, but they are still at my mom's apartment because she has more space than I do, and hopefully one day I will have a flat that's big enough for all of my books. Bookish fact number 3 is that my parents actually read to me until I was about 10 or 11. I also read by myself, but they still read to me regularly, for which I'm very thankful. Fact number 4 is that I started reading mostly English when I was 13, almost 14, and that was when I was in Australia. I own doubles of most of the books that I started between 10 and 14 because I bought them in English as well as in German, and I read them both times. All of my favorite authors here on this shelf that write series have written more than 9 books. Fact number 7 is that I was in a big reading slump between the age of, let's say, 16 and 18, or like 15 and 19, something like that. And I don't remember the plot of most of the books that I read during that time. I can remember if I liked the book or not. Fact number 8, which you might already know, is that I have never finished Harry Potter. Fact number 9 is that I started reading with those kinds of children's books that have pictures instead of the nouns, and they changed the amount of pictures in the books as you get older. Fact number 10 is that when I was between 10 and 12, I mostly read non-fiction. Of course, it was non-fiction for children, but I still hardly read any fiction. Fact number 11 is that I started reading adult books probably much too early. I started reading my favorite series, which is the Black Jewel series, when I was 12, and also the Anita Blake series when I was 14, and both of those series have very graphic sex scenes in them, and I don't think I really understood what I read. Fact number 12 is that I absolutely hate borrowing books, because if I love a book, I want to own it. So I actually don't own a library card. Fact number 12 is that I also don't like getting used books, even though they are much cheaper, but I will only get them if they're really cheap or for free, because for some reason I just like the feeling that I am the first to read a book. Fact number 13 is also connected to Australia. As I said earlier, I started reading English books there, and I was there for 3 months, and when I came back I had to send my books per post because I had bought between 30 and 40 books. Yeah, that happens. Fact number 15 is that I probably own more manga than I own books, novels. And fact number 16 is that I absolutely hate ebooks, and I will probably never get one. I very rarely don't finish books. I will maybe set them aside even for a few years, but most of the time I do pick them up again and finish them. Fact number 18 is that when I was 13 or around 13, I only read big books. I would not go near a book that had less than 500 pages. My most read series are the Black Jewels, then the Anita Blake series, and then the Mortal Instruments. I have one book in each of those series that I read more than 7 times. The biggest books that I read in basically one sitting are probably the books from the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. Fact number 22 is that When it comes to book buying, my biggest problem are probably the classics, because in front of my bookstore there's this table where they have those really cheap classics for 2 to 3 euros, and I really love getting a lot of them. The book that I own the most copies or editions of are probably the Grimm's fairy tales. My favorite part of reading a book, and that's probably going to hurt a lot of you, is to break the spine. My standards when it comes to rating books and saying whether I like the book or not changed a lot since I started BookTube. And the last bookish fact about me is that since May I have a bookish tattoo, which is a little mouse sitting on a book. But the mouse looks kind of crazy. And that was it for the 25 bookish facts about me book tag. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe. All the links to my social media are in the description box down below, so go and check those out, and I hope I'll see you soon. Bye!